Hi, I'm Remy, and welcome to the newest episode of the Pagan Monster 101. My name is Raz. First of all, I'd like to apologize that I skipped last week's video. It had been my birthday a few days before, and we went out to celebrate on Saturday, so thus my not being able to find some time to record a video. Now, since last episode, quite a few changes have happened. The total amount of admins on the Facebook group, the Pagan Mama, has gone down from 7 to 6. Devone, who is better known as Devone, she recently recreated herself as Dine. I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. Anyway, she parted ways with us due to a number of reasons, but hey, as some relationships tend to go, sometimes regardless of how much you love the person, your paths have to go on separate ways. So, in the meanwhile, I would like to thank her for all her contributions over these past few years, and I really do wish her all the best. Also, another major update, the Pagan Mama is now no longer just a Facebook page. We can now also be found at www.thepaganmama.com. Yep, we have a website, and you can now get the Pagan Mama goodies at www.cafepress.com/the Pagan Mama. So if you want your goodies, be it mugs, t-shirts, whatever, not tongs though, not yet anyway, you can all find them on the cafepress.com/the Pagan Mama. And so yes, back on topic. Now, in the last episode, we met the Empress, who is said to represent the mother and the feminine. Now, today we'll be meeting her counterpart, who is the Empress. Let me make sure that you are saying. Come on, computer. Yep, there we are. Beard. I love beards. So, in the mythic tarot, the Emperor is represented by the Greek god Zeus. Now, the Emperor is the father, who is the counterpart of the Empress, who represents the mother, and obviously he embodies the masculine, or the ultimate male ego. Now, the Emperor is the third card in the mythic tarot, and as we said, he's represented by Zeus, who is king of the gods, and he was very appropriately chosen to represent the Emperor, him being king and being the ultimate male ego and whatnot. Now, he is shown wearing a purple and gold robe. See? Purple and gold. Not as purple as my hair. And he sits on his golden throne at the top of a mountain, because he's a god of mental and spiritual heights. Now, in his right hand here, which you will see here, he is holding 3 lightning bolts to represent his power as a god of inspiration and sudden creative vision. And the lightning also symbolizes the revelation of truth that can come in a flash. Anyway, the universe. Anyway, sorry, I had a queen/nerd moment there. Now, in his left, he holds the globe of the world. There. And he's got an eagle perched on his shoulder to symbolize the eagle-eye view that he has of the world, as well as the aggressive and conquering instinct that he possesses. Now Zeus, like most of the other Greek gods and goddesses, lives on Mount Olympus, and he's the father and king of the gods and goddesses, as was said, as well as a plethora of demigods. Now his volatile and fiery spirit expresses itself not only in thunderstorms, but also in the many lovers whom he pursued, and the equally as many, if not more, children whom he fathered. Now his loyal wife was, or is rather, Hera, who's goddess of marriage and childbirth, but obviously she didn't approve of his chasing after whoever struck his fancy. Now Hera usually found about his escapades, and then there literally was hell to pay for him and his unfortunate lovers and their offspring in most cases. Now on an inner level, Zeus, the emperor, is an image of the experience of fathering. It is the father who embodies our spiritual ideas, our ethical codes, and our survival skills out in the world. He also represents the authority and ambition which drive us to succeed, and the discipline and foresight to accomplish our goals. Now this masculine energy is within both men and women, and emphasizes more the intellectual mind rather than the intuitive nature of the physical body, which is the feminine. Now to have a relationship with the inner father is to possess a sense of one's strength, one's capacity to initiate ideas, and the ability to manifest them in the world. Now in a reading, the Emperor card can have multiple meanings. It can reveal this masculine principle at work, the masculine principle we're just discussing. Perhaps the person is manifesting a creative idea, building a new business, or establishing the structure of home and family. In any case, they're embodying the masculine energy in their life. Now, the Emperor's power and apparent stability bring great comfort, self-worth, and power. But the danger, as Minos discovered, as sometimes King Minos also is linked to the Emperor as a card, and certain decks he might be used rather than Zeus to depict the Emperor. As Minos discovered, we may gain a sense of personal entitlement beyond our actual lives. That way leads to corruption, both material or spiritual. Now generally when the Emperor appears in a spread, it can also mean that he's something to be overcome. Maybe some rigidity of thinking, some inflexibility of approach, some external force keeping us from our destiny, or even a comforting myth that we have outgrown. Now sometimes he represents the exterior forces that we must accommodate. Sometimes he is also the superego, but I won't go into that. That's something that I'm not too familiar with in discussing the ego, superego, alter ego, whole ego stuff. So if you want to find out more about what the difference is between superego and the other stuff, you can always Google it or Wikipedia. So back to the card at hand. In the actual journey of the tarot, who we said is the Fool meeting different cards, learning different things, and in this case, when the Fool meets the Emperor after his journey in the instinctual world, he's learning how to deal with worldly life with his own resources and according to the rules of society. And he's also discovering his own ethical principles to live by, which is one of the gifts of the Emperor. So yes, that is it when it comes to discussing the Emperor card. Next week we will probably look at something slightly different. as I really want to try and postpone discussing the next card for a while longer. But next Saturday actually is Mabon, so I might give the Tarot 101 videos a miss and just do something related to Mabon, and then we'll see. So anyway, that is all for today. Remember to visit us on facebook.com/thepaganmama if you so wish, and also feel free to check out thepaganmama.com and cafepress.com/thepaganmama, and any feedback whatsoever, feel free. Also, one last thing, on thepaganmama.com in the contact us section you will find that each and every one of us admins have a personal email address, so if you feel that you want to reach out to a specific admin and would rather do so privately, feel free to email us on our personal email addresses. If not, then as always feel free to leave us a message on facebook.com/paganmama, and I'll see you next week. Blessed be.